Yeah, I mean, shoot, it just be stuff like the backup traffic. Only thing really gonna back that traffic up is that doggone game. They gonna be here next week though. The nigga definitely gonna be here next week. They gonna be playing. They gonna be big. Yeah, gotta have a camera for that because that junk doesn't upload. If you upload a video on YouTube, even when we was using that camera, that junk takes at least 6 to 8 hours. That's why I started using my phone. I wouldn't do that junk. Like video upload automatically. As soon as you stop, it's there. Because you have to look all over again. I was just saying, that's because of the signal. Because it's once they go to unstable connection 1 time, 2 minutes back. He said, if you would not hearken unto me and will do all these commandments, if you despise my statutes or your soul and abhor my judgment, so that you would not do, consume the eyes and cause sorrow of the heart, and you shall sow your seed in vain. For your enemy shall eat it, and I will set my face against you, and you shall be slain before your enemies. They that hate you shall reign over you, and you shall flee when none pursue. That's what you suffer, because you don't listen. That's what he's saying. I'm taking away the whole state, the staff, the bread, and the water, and I'm leaving you with nothing. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 3 again. I'm leaving you with nothing. This judgment of Yahuwah is what he said he'll do to his people. Verse 2, Isaiah 3. The mighty man and the man of war, the judge and the prophet, the prudent and the ancient, the captain of 50, the honorable men, the counselor, the cunning artificer, the eloquent orator. I will give children to be their princes, and babes shall rule over them. And the people shall be oppressed, every one by another, every one by his neighbor. The child shall behave himself proudly against the ancient, and the base against the honorable. That's what you see now. People of low degree disrespect honorable men. Children disrespect their parents. He told you in the last times that that's what kids would be, disobedient to their parents. He said, when a man shall take hold of his brother, of the house of his father, saying, you have clothing, be our ruler, and let this ruin be under your hand. And that day he shall swear, saying, I will not be a healer, for in my house is neither bread nor clothing. Make me not a ruler of the people. For Jerusalem is ruined. Yehuda is fallen, because their tongue, listen what he said, because their tongue and their doings are against Yahuwah, to provoke the eyes of his esteem. So not only is they actions, but they mouth, they run their mouth. See, pause, the Epistle of Jude. Epistle of Jude in verse 14. I'll just use that. That's what a lot of people do. They run their mouth against Yahuwah. You are like this here, boy. I ain't the one to disrespect. Run your mouth, nigga. And you know all that's going to take us back to what we finna look at in Matthew 12 in a little bit. You're going to give account for every idle word that come out your mouth. The same way that the book say abundance of the heart, the mouth speak. Because the mouth is going to relay what you thinking in your heart, regardless if you feel that way or not. Abundance of the heart, the mouth speak. That's what it is. That's what he said. That's what it's going to be, period. And Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, prophesied of these saying, behold, the Lord come with 10,000 of his chesed to execute judgment upon all, and to convince all that are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds, which they have ungodly committed, and all their hard speeches, which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. So he said he got to come through and execute judgment. And that's what you see right there in Isaiah 3. You niggas run your mouth. See, it's real easy to run your mouth when you know he ain't standing right there to bust you upside your head. Come on back to Isaiah chapter 3. Verse 9. He said, the show of their countenance do witness against them. They declare their sin as Sodom, they hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they reward evil unto themselves. That's why I said that. They reward evil. They proud. That's why they call it gay pride. I'm proud. I declare my sin. Sodom ain't had no problem. We like boys. You like boys because we like boys. That's why Sodom fell. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, we like, orgies, and we like anything. Anything that is sexually perverse, we with it. I seen dude arguing the other day. Oh, there ain't nothing wrong with oral sex and this, that. I'm like, how's you a godly person and want to put your mouth on a woman's? Where do you feel that's acceptable? You know what I'm saying? You want to put you feel like ain't nothing wrong with her jostling my penis in her mouth, but you godly people. The marriage bed is undefiled. You're a simpleton. You're a simpleton. You know what I'm saying? But what it was is niggas was saying that dude was making that up with Bel Pure. I told you about that. He said they were making it up. I'm like, no, nigga. Clearly, you don't study much. You think who are just mad just to be mad? These niggas is freaking off with these mobiles serving Bel Pure. They got the whole camp defiled. You're like, oh, I gotta kill all these niggas. They gotta kill all these niggas. This nigga, he can't even look at it. The Malachi coming and telling me, man, them niggas down there sucking penis. You know what I'm saying? He catching them. Malachi said that he's talking about the rectum you gave them to defecate with, they put their mouth on it. Come on, man. Opening you gave to produce children, they putting their mouth on it. He's like, they doing what? And they doing this for a deity. They ain't just doing this just for pleasure, because pleasure is a part of it. This is a part of an ancient. But see, most brothers don't realize the sexual perversion, as we've seen when we went through all them idols and them goddesses and them deities, all the sexual perversion that is tied to the worship of these gods. That's a part of the ancient rites of worshiping these deities, is you have to be sexually perverse. Nevertheless, say to the righteous that it shall be well with him, for they shall eat the fruit of their doings. Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him. Now he said they shall eat the fruit of their doings. Let's see what the word is for eat. A call. Y'all should be familiar with that. Ayin Kaf and Lamad. Huh? Mm-hmm. You would know if you ate, you would know that what? Let's look at Ezekiel 3 real quick. You would know if you ate the roll, like he told us, he consumed your left. Now we went through all this here. Well, you got through.
See, because he wanted.
Yeah, he got through.
Yes, and I'm like, oh man, he'll figure it out.
Indeed, Proverbs 12. Nigga say he never want to sit in front of us in school. That nigga say they might ask questions. I don't know the answer. No, he want to sit back with his friends and blow spitballs. That's what he about to do. He want to pass those no pass. I take it down. Back 12 and 13.
Everybody lost that crazy. Everybody lost because
that nigga do want to wrestle. So he want